Okay, so, about Dad. Don't tell him what we found. Please. It'd just worry him for no reason.
How are you holding up? After finding out what we found out.
I'm guessing about as well as you. Not great. Let me go calm my father down. I'm pretty sure he's ready to call the National Guard.
Anna,
Maybe give her a few moments with Joe before you barge in. Also, take a few moments for yourself as well. You used to live here, and now some other guy, Nick, of all people, was living here. With her, things are different. She's different. You're different. I'm different. But am I different enough to not fall into old patterns? Keep in mind, Sam, no matter how much you want to, you can never go home again.
the last time I was here, I was shoving way too many boxes into a trunk that couldn't fit them all. Didn't think I'd see it again. Not looking forward to stepping back inside. He had to get a new one after the accident. Must have been very expensive.
It's fine, Dad. I can handle this.
Someone broke into my daughter's house and you want me to just sit by and wait?
Yes, that is exactly what I want you to do. Don't you have an appointment?
I always have an appointment. I'm at the doctor's more often than I'm home. Sam, talk some sense into my daughter here.
You know, Anna, Joe's pretty sharp for an old man who can't walk.
That's right. And Sam here's got a good mind for a fool-headed kid.
Dad, I love you. And I love that you want to protect me, but please, it'll be okay. Go to your doctor's appointment. The police will be here soon.
I'm just bellyaching. It's your house. Your rules. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Though before I head off, Sam, you tell me if something was going on, right? Anna's brave and she's strong, but she's also stubborn.
Dad, I told you I can take care of myself.
And I'm old enough to know when things ain't right. You tell me now, Sam. You tell me if my little girl is in danger. I can't watch over her anymore, so I need you to keep her safe.
Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Joe, I don't know.
She's all I have left. Promise me you'll protect her. I need your word.
Wow. Heavy. Joe's really laying on the paternal guilt.
I can't promise something like that. I don't know what might happen.
He just wants to feel like someone is looking out for her. I can't blame him.
And what if I can't keep that promise?
Then refuse. All I know is I personally couldn't say no to a desperate father. I still can't hide anything from you.
Sam, don't.
I won't lie, Joe. There is something going on. It could be dangerous, but I'll make sure Anna doesn't get mixed up in it.
All right. I'm trusting you on this.
I'm not some kid. I decide what I get mixed up in.
You can't blame me for looking after you.
I just didn't want you to worry. You're both so patronizing. I'm heading inside. See how bad it is.
need to get in there eventually. But maybe I should look around the property first. It's Bugs. She probably brought it over one time when she came with Nick. Anna and I spend our nights out here, trying to find all the constellations. Anna never got rid of this sign. I think the happiest I ever saw Anna was the day she bought this place.
I want everyone to know this house is sold. You're mine. I own you now. It might be 200 years before it's paid off, but it's mine.
So, when can I start moving my own stuff in?
After you finish carrying all my stuff in.
Sure, but that means I get to choose which side of the bed I'm sleeping on.
What? No. You're gonna sleep on the side closest to the door.
Why's that?
So if someone breaks in, you can fight them off. And maybe because I like being near the window.
Somehow I feel like it's entirely the second thing and not at all the first.
We can talk about all this after my stuff's inside.
But all your stuff's so heavy.
Which is why I need your help. Don't slack, Sam. This house isn't gonna decorate itself. And I want you to be part of that.
I used to follow it down to the shack every other week for fishing Sunday. Shattered glass. This is how whoever it was broke into the house. Anna is not well. This time, at least, try to be there for her. Anna? Anna, are you okay? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. She needs you, buddy. Needs me? I don't even think she knows I'm here. What am I supposed to do? Something. Anything. It's the thought, the effort. Get her a drink. Just show her you're here. I'm not sure how a drink will make her feel better about murders and break-ins. But I guess I've heard worse ideas. She kept the drinks in the kitchen, in one of the pantries. Hannah always was more interested in people than cold, hard facts. Not surprised Anna keeps this letter. I'd keep it too. Anna has to be helping her dad out with these. I'm not sure it's enough. Anna always wanted to take me to concerts. They were just never my thing. Anna would pace around the house for hours, then sit down and write her articles in one go.
Sam, what are you doing? I called for dinner like a dozen times. It's gonna get cold. I am not your mom, you know. Working on an article is no reason to ignore basic politeness, Sam. Fine. You can eat your dinner cold for all I care. I'm done waiting for you.
Cheesy action movies, dark thrillers, and human rights. The melting pot of Anna. I know you want to help her by finding out what happened. Right now, though, stay focused on Anna. She needs to know she's not alone. Making a drink for Anna would be a good way to show her you're here for her. She normally keeps some drinks in the pantry.
It's been a while, Sam. Things have changed around here. You feel like looking at old keepsakes?
No.
Who takes the time to have a drink in the middle of a break-in? No drinks in here. Even when he messed up, Nick always found the right words. And always wanted to visit France. But life is just too strange for me there. She's not gonna want something cold. Always said cold drinks are for parties. Ah, here's where she keeps the drinks. She used to drink this every day in middle school. Brings her back to being 10. Her go-to soft drink. She actually likes to drink this stuff straight. Could do. Don't stress about what drink you bring her. It's just bringing it that matters. People in film noirs always offer a stiff drink in times like this. Might work. On the bright side, I don't think it's possible to make her feel worse. You're not helping. Yes, I am. Yes, you are. Thanks.
What are you waiting for? Bring it to her already.
Chocolate helps everyone feel better.
That's sweet. I'd assumed you'd already gone to look around and, I don't know, think. This is just so fucked. Nick? My house?
Sam, you should distract her. Get her talking or thinking about anything else.
My stuff, everything is trashed. Is this like the worst coincidence? Or is it related to Nick's death? Did his murderer break into my house? God, I can't help but being pissed at Nick for being dead. It makes no sense. It's all just a lot. I used to feel safe here, and now, sorry, thanks, Sam.
It's all right. A lot has happened in the last few hours.
Anna always has trouble thinking when there's weird noises going on. To be fair, most people do. Like that. Whatever that is, it'd be smart to find it and shut it off.
Finally, there.
Try talking to Anna about all this again. And remember, go in slowly, gingerly.
Hey, are you feeling better?
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Sorry, I just kind of lost it for a second there.
Yeah, I mean, careful, Sam. You know you can be indelicate. She needs your support right now.
I mean, it hasn't been an easy week, you know? And I've got the feeling it isn't over yet.
She needs support. Something solid. It's going to be okay.
I'm not as sure as you sound. Nick's dead. My house is trashed.
Well, you did sound a bit hollow.
This whole thing is a mess. But honestly, it's been a mess for a while. Like, everything was fine, you know? Nick moved in, it was nice, but lately he just closed himself off. He'd been gone most nights. At the bar or the fishing shack, come home late, refusing to talk about his work. It got unbearable. It was almost like I was living with you all over again.
It doesn't feel good, but she needs to get this off her chest. Don't be too harsh on her. You're right. I shut you out, and I'm sorry.
The past is the past. None of what's happening now is your fault. I'm just lashing out. It's just having you in the house, it's bringing back a lot of things. We had a good time. So many memories here, both bad and great.
We did have a good time, yeah.
But then came Dad's accident. The mine investigation. Your proposal. I still feel horrible about how it all happened. But you understand why I said no, right?
Face it, Sam. If you had paid attention, you'd have known she wasn't going to say yes. You didn't want a ring. You told me before. I thought it was what you're supposed to do. I thought maybe it'd save us.
That's a nice thought. I feel like you're listening now. And I thank you for that. You know? It ended so abruptly, you and I. I don't think I ever took the time to really process what happened. I wonder if it would have ended the same way with Nick. If my relationship with him was as doomed as my relationship with you. The way Nick closed himself off to me the last few weeks. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I can't bear to live with someone, to truly share my life, to make compromises and all that.
She's feeling guilty about what happened. She shouldn't bear that burden alone. It wasn't your fault that Nick closed himself off. No one makes someone distant, especially someone like Nick. It must have been on his side. He was dealing with something dark. I know that's why I closed people off. I never spoke to Nick again after leaving town.
It doesn't matter anyway, now does it? He's dead, and whatever we had is done. And we're on our own if we're gonna find out who killed him. I'm not backing down from this, no matter what we find. What about you?
Yeah, I mean... I want to know who killed Nick as much as you do.
Let's get the asshole who did this behind bars. It's the only thing we can do for Nick now. I just keep bouncing back from terrified to angry.
That is very understandable.
Can you take a look upstairs? I still need a moment. Let me make sure I'm done crying and all that.
Take your time.
I'll tell you if anything's wrong.
Thanks, Sam.
I saw you still have some of my old things.
Well, it's not like you left a forwarding address.
Careful. Don't put her on the spot. No, I mean, it's nice. I thought you would have thrown them out by now.
Sam, those things are memories. Tossing them out would be like erasing the past. I guess I'm just sentimental. Anyway, if you want any of it back, you know where it is.
I saw that letter you got from the kid in the school art show.
Oh, yeah. It was just a local fluff piece I wrote forever ago.
It was incredibly sweet of you.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm serious. Sounds like you gave him the confidence to put himself out there. Who knows? Maybe he'll go on to be a painter.
Honestly, I hope so. Sometimes all people really want is for someone to take an interest.
I saw all those medical bills. How's your dad holding up?
He lost his insurance when the mine closed. It's been rough.
I know the company folded after MSHA came down on him, but you didn't get anything after that?
There's some class actions rolling around, but I don't think we'll ever see much.
Aren't there some programs that might help someone like Joe?
There are. They help. Some. Not enough. More bills always keep coming in. I got to the point where I considered selling the house. But then Nick pitched in. Anyway, not something I want to think about right now.
Yeah. Sorry. I imagine Joan spent some time here with her dad. Was she over a lot?
Pretty much every time Nick had her. Yeah, I don't think she ever really warmed up to me.
Don't let it bother you. She's still a kid.
I know. I just spent a lot of time with her over the past few months. Nick and I getting together changed everything, and not just with Joan. Everyone started treating me differently, especially Kathy. I think people thought I should or would parent her, but Joan didn't want that, and neither did I.
Well, I'm sure she appreciated you being there. I think she still does, especially now.
I'm aware. I know how hard it is to lose a parent at her age.
I'll be right back.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
I remember taking this photo. God, seeing it like this is not what Anna needed. The door is closed. Huh. She never used to lock it. As if her week wasn't bad enough already. I should erase it. But then the police wouldn't get the burglar's handwriting. Why is it so dark in here? This room feels so different now. It felt like mine once, but it never was. It looks like Joan's using this room now. Anna must have been letting her use it when she stayed over. Got the A, corrected the teacher, but still forgot the date. Mr. Unicorny. Well, you and Joan have been inseparable since the day she was born. Not your standard thief. Too destructive. Oh, maybe trying to send a message? This used to be her old bed. First thing she bought when she settled in.
Come on, work, you piece of junk! I know you're awake.
No, I'm not.
Then how are you talking?
I'm a celebrated sleep talker.
Come on, get up. I need your help.
Did you try rebooting it? That's honestly all I got.
I have tried that. If I don't get this done by noon, Walter won't run the article. What do I do?
Okay. Let me see it.
Thank you. It just won't respond to anything. Do you want a back rub while you work?
As your hero, it's the least you could do.
I'll do more than that, my white knight.
Oh, you will, my princess of the typefaces.
Of course. When you fix it.
I'm sorry to be prying, but I saw the post-it notes.
Oh, that... It was stupid. It was one of those fights over nothing. Everything... I don't even know now. It all seems so far away. We didn't fight often, but when we did, it got bad. Really bad.
Look, whatever happened, Nick was obviously in a bad place. You didn't do anything wrong.
I don't know. Everything felt so sudden. Before, we used to fight once in a while, and that would be it. But lately, he was constantly on edge. You know, we always followed that same stupid ritual after a fight. We'd write these silly post-it notes just as a way to make up. It worked. Most of the time. Is it just me, or are you a better listener than you were?
It's just you. I'll be right back.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
I guess Anna must have left it on, but she had her laptop with her. Is this Nick's? Huh? Is someone downloading something off Nick's laptop?
Sam! Sam! Who was that? Sam! Are you okay?
I think whoever trashed your house just trashed me.
Can you stand?
Yeah. The headache isn't as bad as the one I had this morning.
I couldn't get a good look at them. They just sprinted out of the house, and I heard some weird, loud engine drive off.
Well, whoever it was, they were dumping data off Nick's computer. I must have interrupted them.
There's no trace of whatever he took. So what do we even do now?
We need to figure out what Nick is hiding. Did he ever let anything slip? And I mean anything. Did he talk about what he was working on? Anything about him or his activities seem out of the ordinary lately?
No. No, I don't think so. I don't... Actually, over the last few months, remember I mentioned Nick has been going out a lot to that old fishing shack his family owns?
I know the one. I went there with Nick and Bug a few times.
He went mostly in the evenings. Most nights, really. Said he was night fishing.
But if that's where he went to keep his secrets away from you...
It'd be worth taking a look.
Your father called. Said there'd been a break-in?
Couldn't they have gotten here 2 minutes ago? They'll arrest me if they found Dennis's body.
You go out the back. I'll talk to Bess and keep her busy.
If you're sure, I'll go to the fishing shack. It sounds like if Nick was hiding something, it might be there.
I'm starting to get worried.
Sorry! I was just in the bathroom. Be right out. Go!
Nick's fishing shack. A lot of memories here. Good memories. Anna said he'd been sneaking off here to work on something. I almost hope I don't find anything. Nick, what were you up to? Joan rides this bike everywhere. Which is impressive with how far away everything is out here. What's it doing here? Bug?
Muley? How did you... Does my mom know?
Does your mom know what? What is this?
Mom doesn't know. Good. I've decided to leave town.
Bug, this is not a good idea.
I've got food for 5 days. I'll hitchhike and bike down to Virginia.
Do you have any idea how far that is?
About 80 miles to get down to my Aunt Lisa. My mom hates her. Don't try to stop me.
You can't leave like this. Not without telling anyone.
Oh, yeah? Why not? That's what you did.
She's serious about this. Careful, Sam. This is not a drill. Maybe try to bring up her mother again. You should at least call your mom.
My mom? She's hardly even there. She's always so... Plus, I know what she'll say. Calm down, think of the common good. She doesn't do anything, just sits around, takes her back pain pills, and stares at the TV like a lump.
Well, that was a miss. When it comes to this kid, your instinct is better than mine. The mother, though, we should have a talk with her later.
Look, I'm not a child anymore. I'm not asking for your permission. There's nothing for me here.
Leaving is gonna hurt the people you care about the most. The way I left was selfish. You're not selfish. The Joan I knew couldn't even hurt a worm, let alone her own mother.
It's not like I want to hurt her. She just works all the time, and then she's too out of it. And never listens to me. I think I'm done depending on others. My dad I could rely on. But he's gone. There's nothing else for me around here.
I was wrong yesterday. She's not in denial. She's scared.
Something terrible happened to him, but no one listens to me. No one cares.
I care. I believe you, and I'm investigating like you asked.
I know. People at the wake got upset at you over it.
Yeah. They did not like me bringing that up. But Nick was my friend. I want to know what happened to him. I care about that, but I also care about keeping you safe.
I know you're doing your best. It's just this town, you know? It just feels like it grinds you down. It's choking me, and I need fresh air. I need someplace I can think, not here.
Sounds like Basswood really failed this kid.
I mean, what am I supposed to do tomorrow? Or the day after? In 10 years?
You ever consider journalism? You have a mind for investigation.
Isn't it kinda dying?
Yeah, that's what makes it beautiful. Fighting to bring people truth in a world that doesn't care about it.
Kinda sounds like you really want to be a journalist. Look, I don't know if you're trying to make me stay, or make me into you, or my father. You're just telling me what I want to hear, or what you think I want to hear. I just want the truth, for once, from someone. I'm wasting my time here with you.
Bug.
Don't touch me! I'm sick of you, I'm sick of this town, and so I'm going, and you can't stop me.
Sam, we have to do something. She just wants honesty. She doesn't care about bullshit. I can relate to that. I'll tell her what we found out about Nick's death. You can't do that. You're the adult. She's the child. Do you want her to start looking for the people who killed her father by herself? Do the responsible thing. Make her stay. It's for her own good. You were right, Bug. father didn't die in that crash. Someone killed him and covered it up, made it look like an accident. Now, I don't know who did it yet or why. That's why I came here.
That was maybe too much, Sam. She's a kid.
I was right.
You were right. I need you to not tell anyone, though.
I won't. I won't tell anyone. Not even my
And
mom.
I need you to stay at home.
I will. I'm gonna go home right now. Thank you, Sam.
I don't know if that was a good idea. Me neither. But hey, it worked. Now that I've kept your daughter from skipping town, let's see if you've kept anything hidden out here, Nick. He always kept his favorite rod in this special ready-to-go bag to protect it. Bug never was the social type, just like me. With Nick gone, I guess we both lost our best friend. We used to talk about how hunting was cruel. How much did you change, Nick? Back when Nick and Kathy were college sweethearts. Clearly Bug was there too. Joan always liked bugs. There used to be a calendar right here. Why'd he take it down? This is where he kept the rods he'd loan out. So what's his favorite rod doing here? He always kept it separate. Locked. Nick always kept a spare key. It'd be somewhere out of Bug's reach. No keys. It's also not the best place if you wanted him to stay hidden. Don't see the keys. It was probably too obvious a spot. Tell a 3-year-old kid about tardigrade man, and this is what happens. Now, this record is fraudulent. Nick stretched his fish to beat mine. Whoever killed Nick, I probably know him. Grew up with them. Even if you don't know them, they know you. Nick, Dennis, gone. A stone-cold killer walks the streets of Basswood. Things like this can really make you feel isolated, make you realize that at the end of the day, you're in this alone. What a fishy hiding spot, Nick. Always did love your cliches. Like many people, Nick kept a few guns, but never at home and always locked up. Looks like some kind of reminder Nick left for himself. A reminder of what? It has to be the same D he was talking to in his emails. A prescription for opioids with Kathy's name on it? These are pretty heavy-duty painkillers. Very addictive. Joan wasn't just acting up. Kathy has a problem. Nick was trying to find ways to get Joan in college. It's gotten so expensive. An article by Anna about a place called The Cove. Seems it's kind of a commune for outcasts just outside of Basswood. All right, I think I went through everything here. Nick, what were you hiding in this bag that's so important you had it locked up? Let's see what we have here. That's a lot of cash. More than Nick could make in a decade. Opioids. From D? Nick, were you looking into drug trafficking? Nick was gathering at the Cove, and that's how he found his informant, D. It's the person he met the night he died. I just need to figure out who it is. Richard, aka Dickie, aka D. Looks like I found who I was looking for. So that's what it was. Nick suspected a drug ring flourished here in Basswood after the mine closed. He had an informant, Dickie. Probably a low-level drug dealer, and he also had a lot of cash on hand. More than a reporter should. Dickie set up a meeting with Nick, and now Nick's dead. Dickie may be the only person who knows what really happened. I need to find him. He lives at this place, the Cove. Or he did. Anna wrote that article on it. She has to know where it is.